We got Ksoo, the Florida drill rapper whose father testified he's a killer. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I've been seeing shit about this. And this whole shit is just crazy to me, gang. Cause dead ass, like, if his father never said anything, like he legit could have beat this case, gang. If his father ain't say a word, like, it was almost guaranteed he beat this case, cause a lot of the evidence was inadmissible otherwise. Without his father taking a stand and saying, yes, he did this, yes, he did that, a lot of that evidence was inadmissible, gang. But they put the evidence up there and had someone to back up and say, yes, I seen this with my own eyes. Yes, this is him, this is that. And it's like, damn. Of all people, we done seen all type of stories where your homie snake you do some shit with your dog and they snitch or whatever and shit like that. But for it to be your own blood, not even your brother, but your father, gang. For it to be your father, a nigga you look up to, the nigga who protected you, the nigga who raised you. For that same person to turn around and diminish your, like, just, that shit crazy. Just for that person to turn around and just throw you to the wolves like that and really, like, say fuck you in your life. Like, if anything, I'll be in that bitch, if anything, trying to make the shit fall on me. Even if I know my son did, I'll make the shit fall on me, because I'm prioritizing my son life over my own, gang. And that's go for any man. You gonna prioritize your children's life over your own. But that just showed a different, like, he a different type of nigga, gang. And it's the fact that, crazy, because I think his old boy got him into that life. That's what I'm saying. It's the fact that your old boy was going on stunts with you. Your old boy was doing shit with you. He knew what was going on in the streets. Your old boy was bending too. So for him to turn around and turn his back on his own son, his own blood, his own seed, gang, that shit is crazy, bro. And I ain't gonna say the craziest shit on here, but I really hope, like, I never wish, like, death on nobody or nothing like that. I ain't gonna say the crazy shit, but I ain't gonna lie, gang. I really hope he get his karma, gang. I really hope he get his karma, because that shit was fucked up. Like, on a serious note, though, like, I don't know them boys. That shit don't affect me or nothing like that. But on a serious note, though, gang, like, anybody could vouch, though. Like, on a serious note, bro, that shit fucked up. Like, that shit fucked with me, gang. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my heart hurt for that boy. And then your old boy over there on the stand, I seen a clip, his old boy over there on the stand, when they said, so who was it? He over there trying to fake be sentimental, trying to fake, like, all this little fake crying and shit, talking about my son. Nigga, you knew what you was doing when you took that stand. Don't try to even come up here trying to act like that, nigga. Whole ass nigga, don't do that, boy. You made your decision, boy. Don't do that, boy. And for a nigga to see his pops up there in front of him like the enemy, trying to put his life away, knowing this nigga's facing life, knowing he's facing life, gang. I hope the worst for that boy. I hope his karma bite him hard, gang. I hope karma do him dirty. The universe do not need to let this nigga prosper at anything. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga needs to burn for what he did, gang. He gotta burn. Now, like, he already got one of his dogs snitching on him, I think, apparently. And then for your old boy to testify against you, too? But that shit crazy, gang. It's like, you doing all this for niggas that don't give a fuck about you. Because when the time came, they showed you exactly who they were. And you never know. And the fucked up part about it, bruh, you would never know shit like this until you get in a situation like this. You won't know a nigga snitch on you or da-da-da-da until you get in a situation like this. With most niggas. Some niggas will show you the signs before, trust me. But a lot of shit, you won't never know a nigga turn on you or nothing like that until you get in that situation. That's the fucked up part about it, because you only could find out when it's too late to find out. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why, like, streets streets pussy. Like, the streets ass played out, just dry. Like, streets ain't it, bro. It's not where it's at all, gang. Real shit. That shit fucked up, bro. That shit fucked up, but we're gonna watch this video, though.
A courthouse within the state of Florida would set an example on national television, a message to the streets of America that there is no honor amongst thieves. But the defendant isn't charged with stealing, he's charged with taking lives. Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Ksoo and his own father taking the stand against him. 26-year-old Hakeem Robinson, who's more commonly known as the rapper Ksoo, has famously made a name within Jacksonville's drill scene as a member of ATK with his close association to Young and Ace. A rap rivalry would seemingly end with the death of Julio Fulio, who was assassinated in Tampa on June of 2024. But Ksoo wasn't free to celebrate the drill victory, as he was arrested years prior in 2020. Ksoo is currently standing trial as he is facing first-degree murder for the broad day shooting of Charles Lil Buck McCormick, who was ambushed in a plaza after leaving a job interview. A witness at trial would describe seeing Lil Buck lifeless after the shooting.
Charles was?
I did.
How close would you say you got to him?
All the way to him.
And what did you see?
His leg was separated.
That shit
his
low.
face was gone. His teeth were
Hold on, I couldn't hear it. This is my left ear.
Buck lifeless after the shooting.
Charles was?
I did.
How close would you say you got to him?
All the way to him.
And what did you see?
His leg was separated and half his face was gone.
Damn, I didn't know I did
His
that
teeth
way.
were on the sidewalk.
The Jacksonville Police Department would reveal they used forensic video as well as 3D laser modeling experts to study and determine the height, weight, and build of the shooter seen on video to compare it to Ksoo's dimensions. The two additional suspects who took part in the killing were excluded as their body type did not fit the shooters, while Ksoo was not excluded. Meaning they used all this scientific shit and still can't determine if it was him or not, but they know it wasn't the other two. Additional evidence would include Ksoo's fingerprint left on a rifle found in a crashed vehicle and his hair on a t-shirt. But this wasn't shit compared to what's next. Dominique Barnes, aka Butter, was the driver during the murder. To save himself, he admitted his participation in the murder and agreed to testify against his former friend Ksoo. Ksoo's lawyers would argue Butter is nothing more than a paid hitman attempting to save himself, as Butter is testifying for a lesser sentence to secure a 20-year prison deal for 2 murders. And while being betrayed by a friend can be a major blow, in all honesty, it isn't shit compared to what's next. 52-year-old Abdul Robinson Sr., who's more commonly known amongst the streets of Jacksonville as Blue, is none other than Ksoo's father. Blue would also be arrested in this case and charged with accessory after the fact after receiving a call, driving to the shooting scene, and helping Butter and another man named ATK Scotty escape. Facing up to 60 years in prison, Blue would agree to a plea deal reducing his potential sentence to no more than 20 years, while agreeing to testify against his own son. In writing, the state would agree to recommend a sentence of only 76 months, or just over 6 years. Blue would be exposed 2 years prior, when video of his police interrogation dropped, where he could be seen naming his son as the shooter. But on July 28th, Blue took the stand, facing his own son, his own flesh and blood, and said this.
Sitting here today, you realize that you are testifying against not only co-defendants, but family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter. My 8-year-old daughter asked me when I'm gonna come take her to the daddy-daughter dance. And she asked me over each year when I'm gonna come take her there. And I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old son, when he asked me if I'm gonna come to his football games, come take him fishing. My other 6-year-old, he asked me when I'm gonna come see him, when he begging me, please come see me, daddy. He wanna teach me how to play the game, but he don't know where I'm at. I have diabetic. I'm diabetic. I'm on high blood pressure. I suffer from congestive heart failure. I just found out June 25th that my kidneys is failing rapidly.
Has
Gang, so you mean to tell me all this shit? You realize all this shit in the cell, nigga? So you wasn't thinking before you went. So you got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old. You say you a diabetic, you got health problems, you want to be there for your kids. So you wasn't thinking all of that when you was outside free? Thugging in the streets, old ass man? You wasn't thinking all that? You waited till you got in the cell to testify against your oldest son? To try to think about old life and you want to be there for people and shit? So your grown ass wasn't thinking about being there for your peoples when you was outside and you have freedom. This nigga is a hoe, bro. But somebody gotta slap, like, not even slap, bro, but I ain't gonna lie, they gotta poke his ass up or something, gang. Like, that don't make no fucking sense. Oh, I'm diabetic. Nigga, you was diabetic before you went to jail, gang. So what the fuck you talking about? You was diabetic before you went in the cell. Nigga, you had a 6-year-old before you went in the cell. You wasn't in jail for 6 years, nigga. You had an 8-year-old before you went in the fucking cell, gang. What are you talking about? You tripping right now. Nigga dead ass just like, this nigga's crazy, gang. Nigga dead ass trying to make excuses for testifying against his own blood. You don't get no excuse for that. Bitch ass.
Coming to witness in this case negatively impacted your relationship with your entire family.
Well, I really don't have no more relationship with my family.
So a part of your family completely cut you out.
Yeah.
Is cooperating in this case something that is easy for you to do?
No, this is the most hardest decision I've had to make in my life.
You became aware of a video recording that captured the murder of Charles McCormick, is that correct?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity during the pendency of your case and the discovery to see that recording.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Did you, when you viewed that recording, recognize the person depicted in it?
Yes.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
Nigga still gonna die in the fucking cell. You took a deal for no reason. You still gonna die in the fucking
My
cell,
son.
dumbass nigga. This nigga,
What's your son's name?
Shit stole me.
Hakeem.
Now, Young and Ace recently said he spent $50,000 on Ksoo's lawyers.
Your kidneys
and
fell in that
professional
rapid rate. You
arguments
think you
sound
finna-
great
you think you finna
until your
survive
own
20 years in
dad
the
tells
cell?
the courts you did it. If the getaway driver snitching wasn't already bad enough, Ksoo's own damn dad is saying he did it. And keep in mind, this isn't Ksoo's only murder case. He's also charged with killing 16-year-old Lil Bibby, a close friend to the late Julio Fulio. While ATK has seemingly won the war in Jacksonville, this is just one of many casualties of war in the streets. Death and prison. With a slim chance of beating this case, Ksoo faces another, and nobody is guaranteed to walk away for snitching either. Ksoo's dad can get all the way up to 20 years even after testifying. But if the state and judge goes through with the deal, Ksoo's dad could be home within a year because of how much time he's already done in jail. Butter snitched for 20 years, so he doesn't have to die in prison. Because of his role in 2 murders, he still won't be home until he's well over 40 years old, and that's if he doesn't get his sentence reduced by a prison knife. But we'll just have to wait and see how this case plays out. Now, if this isn't a prime example of there's no loyalty in the streets, I don't know what is. This man's own father testified against him, calling his own son a reliable shooter, saying he's heard about the work his son has put in on the streets, and saying, yeah, that video, that's him, that's my son. I can't imagine how it feels to be Ksoo. Not only did your homie fold, but that's expected, right? Most people get told on by their homies. But your own father. And his father, the craziest thing, and I saw it in the comments section, people pointing it out. His father gave a reason for snitching. And he has these other little kids asking him when he's gonna see them, when he's gonna take them to school, when he's gonna do this, when he's gonna do that. And if you had did that for fucking Ksoo, none of this would even be a thing. If you were a parent then, you wouldn't be using being a parent as an excuse to get out of the situation.
And that's exactly what the fuck I said.
You only want to be a parent because you don't want to go do 20 years.
Bum ass, bitch ass nigga, bro.
That this is the situation.
Nigga's a fucking hoe. Nigga like
Ksoo's dad clearly wasn't a positive influence on his life. Bro. Blue had a name in Jacksonville. And apparently they say he cooperated back in the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't know if that's true or false. But his dad is very much a street dude. So you're the very same person that gave Ksoo the image in which he wanted to be. You gave him the blueprint. And when he became more of a solidified gangster than you, and you got involved in his shit, because you decided to pick up a phone and go pick people up after they just committed a broad day shooting, blew this kid's face off, then the two others broke into a lady's home, held her hostage, changed into her husband's clothes until they got picked up by you, and now you want to fold and testify against everybody. Me personally, I don't feel like Blue is a victim in this case. I don't feel like Ksoo is a victim in this case. I feel like Ksoo is a victim of circumstance. Clearly he was raised amongst irresponsible parents. He was raised by Blue, who projected he was a gangster, and Ksoo had that instilled in him at an early age. And growing up in Jacksonville, he became what he became, right? If he did this, he's obviously gonna have to pay the consequence. If he didn't, it would be fucking insane to see him beat this case. And then he has another murder case on top of that. I'm not even gonna get started about the Bibby case because Ksoo has so many songs and videos dissing Bibby. If he actually did that, you pretty much just gave yourself a sentence with the amount of self-snitching he's done. But this is a reality within the streets of America. Y'all want to go to war in the streets? Well, this is a casualty of war. You die, innocent people die, you go to prison, you go to jail, you lose everything, you never come home. And I think one of the craziest aspects about this case is when I early on started getting paperwork, Jacksonville was the easiest place to do it. You go on the core website, Duval County Clerk, and you can look up any paperwork in Jacksonville, any arrest, whatever. That's literally how they were able to find Charles Lil Buck McCormick. They went on the core website, saw he had a traffic ticket, saw his address, went to his crib, followed him to the plaza, and murdered him. The same way I'm finding paperwork on rappers in criminal cases is the same way they found an address and identified the vehicle so they could murder somebody. That's the scary thing about public information, is when it falls into the wrong hands. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. Do y'all think Ksoo has a chance of beating this case? Is it over with for him? And should the father have been loyal and kept his mouth shut? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. Until next